E-cigarette risks have made headlines for years, but could a landmark decision make these warnings go up in smoke? From addiction to health concerns, e-cigarettes are a debate firestorm. But now the FDA authorized the first e-cigarette, leaving anger and confusion. The permission was granted to R.K. Reynolds for 3 of his Vuse tobacco-flavored vaping products. Proponents argue that the move supports a harm reduction model because vaping is not deadly like cigarette smoking. But critics argue that the move downplays efforts to curb the youth vaping epidemic. So, do e-cigarette benefits to adult smokers overshadow the risk posed to youth? And joining us in support of e-cigarettes for harm reduction is public health expert Dr. Michael Siegel. On the other side of this discussion is the president of Tobacco Free Kids, Matt Myers, and the founder of Parents Against Vaping e-cigarettes, Meredith Berkman. Let's start with you, Dr. Siegel. So what are your thoughts on the FDA's recent authorization of Vuse e-cigarettes?
Well, I think it was a great decision because there are more than 3 million ex-smokers in this country who have quit smoking because of electronic cigarettes. And if these products are taken off the market, the majority of these ex-smokers will return to smoking. And the public health consequences of that would be disastrous.
Dr. Siegel, I think it's important to understand who you are and where you're coming from. I mean, you're an advocate for what's best for public health, correct?
Yeah, I am devoted my career to fighting tobacco, fighting the tobacco industry. I testified in 11 different cases against the industry. So I'm a very strong anti-tobacco activist and have been for my entire career.
To you, Matt, what are your specific concerns with the FDA's recent decision?
While some people have used them to quit, you need to understand, looking at a population-wide basis, their impact has been negative in 2 ways: more kids becoming addicted and fewer adults quitting. The second thing that's important to understand, and the reason we're concerned about the Vuse decision, is that Vuse delivers literally 3 times the level of nicotine that is legally allowed in Canada, the United Kingdom, and the European Union. What that means is that the flavors appeal to kids and the high levels of nicotine addict them. It's why we have a nicotine addiction rate among our kids far higher than any of those other countries. And there's a misconception, and the misconception is that you need high levels of nicotine to help smokers quit. In fact, in the United Kingdom, the place where everybody cites as an example, the vast majority of smokers who use e-cigarettes to quit use e-cigarettes that have far lower levels of nicotine than are delivered in Vuse. And the majority of e-cigarette users among adults in the United States who use these products use them in conjunction with cigarettes. And the data shows that they actually reduce their chance of quitting and increase their risk of disease. So when you look at this on a population-wide basis, allowing any of these products to be sold in gas stations, convenience stores, and these other places as commercial products has led to an increase in youth problems, a decrease in progress among adults, even though if administered as part of a clinical program, they might help some adults to quit.